Greetings, Internet. I'm Rob Bernacki, and this is not Stephan Kesting. Stephan is off in Germany visiting his cousin, so he's asked me to take over. And as you may recall, we did a few apps together. One of them was the Top Game and guard passing app. And we've done a few Q&A sessions, and we had a particular question about passing the lockdown and the Rubberguard. So we're going to go over a couple things. First thing we're going to go through is the Rubberguard. So oblige me here. So as we discussed in the guard app, there are a few different types of guards. There are hook-based, frame-based, and clamp-based, and then there are hybrids. So the Rubberguard is a hybrid of a frame and a clamp. So Rory has a clamp here right now, preventing my posture, and he has a frame here preventing me from being able to come forward. So I need to address one or both of these things, and I'm going to address them each in sequence. So the first thing I'm going to do is just turn a little bit, and I want to get this foot off my hip. If he's doing a good job of preventing my posture, I'm not going to be able to just kind of veer through that. So I'm going to bring my arm around and clamp on his shin here. Be very careful not to reach over the knee. If you do this, you're instantly getting triangled. All right, so I'm keeping my elbows tight, keeping my posture as solid as I can. I'm going to reach back, grab the shin. I'm going to step my hip back and capture his ankle with my hip. And then I'm going to step my hip back and capture his other ankle with my hip. From here, I can start to put pressure down on his leg and move past his guard. Let's do it from the other side. In particular, if my arm is trapped in here, I want to keep it really tight. If my arm starts to rotate this way, I'm going to be vulnerable for the omoplata. So I'm gripping here, I'm stepping back, capturing his ankle, keeping my elbow shut. I'm also going to be driving my head forward as much as I can, capturing the leg here, keeping my elbow shut as much as possible. Turn again. My right elbow is going to come to the top of his leg, and I just simply sprawl and move my hip past it. So that's your Rubberguard pass. For the lockdown, I totally ripped this off from Paul Schreiner, who has a really awesome guard passing DVD that you should absolutely buy. When I find myself in the lockdown, I'm going to have to pummel for a near side underhook. And I'm going to flop my hip. So my right foot is trapped. I'm going to flop my hip to the mat to disconnect the lockdown. All right. As much as he can extend his leg, if I try to free my leg without flopping my hip, I won't be able to do it. So I'm going to flop my hip to the mat, which gives me the range of motion step here. My free leg is going to come around and disentangle the lockdown, which allows me to now attempt to pass directly in the mount. There's a little more leg work detail involved, which I'll kind of leave up to Paul Schreiner to show you guys if you want. But the essence of it is pummeling the underhook on this side, far side here. Right? Normally, if we're in a half guard situation, we're trying to pummel this underhook. People will be super aware of that and make it difficult for you. So I'm going to go for the opposite side underhook. Base out as much as I need to so I can flop my hip to the mat. And then I use my free leg to capture and extend his leg. Once I've got this leg trapped, I can start to work on slowly passing in the mount. Again, Paul Schreiner will do a great job of explaining it to you. Check his stuff out. But in the meantime, hopefully this sends you in the right direction as far as what to do past the Rubberguard and the lockdown.